Go. Do it still hurt? Go, go, go. Yes! 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 He's out! Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Yeah! What the heck? No way! Nah! Woo! Oh my goodness! Is Kiko Martinez the greatest boxer from Spain? Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing and please hit that like button. It helps out the video. It helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So the earlier clip, you guys saw my reaction. That was my legit reaction live as I watched the Kiko Martinez versus Kid Galahad fight. As we all know, by the way, I had to blur out most of it due to copyright. The zone doesn't like, they don't like it when you show the fight on YouTube other than themselves. But yeah, that was my reaction towards the fight. And as you guys can tell, I was really happy for Kiko. I was really happy for him. He's once again a world champion, knocking out Kid Galahad in the 6th round. A lot of people, including myself, honestly did not expect that from Kiko Martinez, but he did. He pulled it off, and he's once again a world champion. So leading up to the fight, there were some comments about how Kiko Martinez is arguably the greatest boxer from Spain. And, it got me thinking, is he really the greatest boxer from Spain? Right now, at the age of 35 years old, he's still not retired. He's still fighting. He has a record of 43 wins, 10 losses, 2 draws, 30 wins coming by way of knockout TKO. 10 losses came from really good boxers over the years. Zelfa Barrett was a controversial one. He arguably won that fight. The Gary Russell fight, I was there live in person. I saw that with my own naked eyes. That's when I thought Kiko Martinez was done. I honestly thought it was time for him to retire at that point. Watching that fight live in person, watching Kiko Martinez, I was like, man, it's time for him to retire. But, here he is, a world champion again. He had some, a shot at the world title against, or I guess international featherweight title at that time against Josh Warrington, where he lost by majority decision. He got stopped by Leo Santa Cruz. He got stopped by Scott Quigg. He had a tough fight where he lost convincingly, but he gave Carl Frampton a tough fight in the rematch. The first fight he lost by TKO. He's lost to Randall Monroe and Nindoluvu back in the day in 2009. And he lost to Monroe twice, actually. Interesting, for the European title. And he's lost a lot of fights, but he's been in there and fought some really good fighters, and he's a 2-time world champion now. First became world champion back in, when was that, 2014, 2013? 2013, when he defeated Jonathan Romero, giving Romero his first loss, winning the IBF belt. And then he also defeated Hozumi Hasegawa over in Japan. Man, he's had some good wins, man. A lot of the losses were against tough fighters, but man, Kiko Martinez definitely has an argument for the greatest fighter from Spain, at least right now. I was looking at the rankings. If you guys don't know, you can go to BoxRec and you can check out, from each country. And I was looking at Spain and looking at the top fighters right now, at least according to BoxRec. We have Sandor Martin, who just defeated and pulled off a big upset against Mikey Garcia at number 1. We have Kiko Martinez at number 2. We have Sergio Garcia, who will be fighting next month. We have Kerman Lejarga at number 4, who will also be fighting next month. And we have Jonathan Alonso at number 5. So, looking at these fighters, I'm like, well, it makes sense that they're in the top 5. But who in history? Like, honestly, I can't think of that many fighters in the history of boxing from Spain. So if you guys don't know, you can also check in BoxRec. You can click on active and inactive. So let's click the inactive one. Let's see if anybody will pop out. Oh wow, there's these guys have been fighting way before I was born. Looks like the most recent one is this man right here, Javier Castillejo. Honestly, I have no idea who he. I mean, there's a bunch of other fighters who's been fighting over the years back in the 40s, 50s, 60s. Man, these guys have like 100 wins and 20 losses. This is like back in the day, man. Javier Castillejo. So this guy is the most recent one that retired, at least according to BoxRec, who's high up there in the rankings. So it looks like he's won the European title. Man, he started boxing. He retired in 2009, and back then I wasn't really. That was like around the time I was really getting into boxing. Oh shit! He stopped Felix Sturm. Yo, that's pretty good, man. I mean, he lost in the rematch, but he stopped Felix Sturm 2006. That's a pretty good win. He lost to Fernando Vargas back in 2005. Um, he fought Oscar De La Hoya. Wow. Yeah, in 2001, man. This is the time where I was like still a little kid, yo. Like I wasn't, I wasn't really into boxing back in the day. I was like a packed hard back then. Oh man. Oh, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys who are older than me probably know who Castillejo is, but honestly, I don't know. At least in my generation, I'll say this though. In the years that I've been watching boxing, when I've been following boxing to the core, back in, starting in 08, 09, Kiko Martinez is definitely the one, at least the best one I've been watching boxing for, at least when I've been making YouTube videos for the past 9 years. Kiko Martinez is definitely the best boxer from Spain who has achieved the most that I know of in the top of my head. And looking at the rankings throughout history of Spain's boxers, you have Kiko Martinez. I saw his name earlier. Where did he go? Right there, number 20 among this list. Man, he's for him to be all time, like to be up there. He has to have another world title fight or something, because man, some of these fighters have accumulated a lot of wins over the years. Agustin Sanin back in 1972. Wow, man, these guys have been fighting a long time ago. Um, but yeah, in the top, to my knowledge, at least I'll say this. Like I said, in the history that I've been in the past 10 years that I've been watching boxing, Kiko Martinez is definitely the best boxer from Spain in recent history of this generation. Because obviously, I think Javier Castillejo, just looking at his resume, it looks like he has achieved some great things back then. Just getting some of those wins, even though he lost a lot of the big fights. At least he got the win against Felix Sturm, man. That was a pretty good win, I would say. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. To those who knows more about the history of boxing and knows more when it comes to Spain's history of boxing, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.